Good morning. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 24th, 2026 at 9:00 a.m. Call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of County Commissioners to order. Roll call, please.
Perry Buck. Here. Lynette Pepler. Present. Kevin Ross.
Here.
Jason Maxey.
Here.
Scott James.
Here. Let the record reflect all 5 county commissioners are present. Minutes, I'd ask for approval of minutes from June 10, 2026, please.
Move to
Sure.
approve.
I move. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the minutes of June 10. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Under certification of hearings, these are the hearing certificates from June 10, 2026. They include number 1, LAP 26-0005 for Joe and Maria Truitt, ZPTT 25-0003 for Vernon Vale, care of AnthemNet Inc. Number 3 is PCSC 26-0007 for Dietzler Farm Limited Partnership, care of Daniel Dietzler. And number 4 is Michael and Carrie Neal, care of Renewable Earth Materials, LLC.
Move to certify hearings from June 10th, 2026.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the hearings, certification of hearings. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Amendments to the agenda. Esther,
There are none.
consent agenda. These, by the way, public comments are allowed on the following items listed under consent agenda: miscellaneous, partial vacation VAC 26-0012 of a 2-lot recorded exemption, 1 AMRECX 19-08-4777 for removal of Lot B, Dale and Marshall Trowbridge. Any member of the Board of County Commissioners or a member of the public would like to discuss these items under consent agendas separately? Anyone? Seeing none, Chair would entertain a motion on the consent agenda, please.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Ross to approve the consent agenda. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Up next to warrants. First, I'd ask for approval of general warrants, please.
Move to approve general warrants. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Ross to approve the general warrants. Further discussion.
I need a roll call.
Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Perry Buck.
Yes.
Lynette Pepler.
Abstain.
Kevin Ross.
Yes.
Jason Maxey.
Yes.
Scott James.
Yes, the record reflects the warrants passed 4-0 with Commissioner Pepler abstaining. Number 2 is the Commissioner warrants for Lynette Pepler, please.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the warrants for Commissioner Lynette Pepler.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the warrants for Commissioner Pepler. Further discussion. Roll call vote, please.
Perry Buck.
Yes.
Lynette Pepler.
Abstain.
Kevin Ross.
Yes.
Jason Maxey.
Yes.
Scott James.
Yes, let the record reflect the motion passes 4-0. Commissioner Pepler abstaining. On to new business general. Number 1 is to consider 2026-2027 Colorado Respite Coalition grant application and attestation and authorize Department of Human Services to submit. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Kylie Wirtz with the Department of Human Services, filling in for Jamie. We have a lot today, so you get me for a few. This first one is to submit an application requesting to apply for a grant that would give us $25,000 to help increase our respite care throughout the county. So if we get this grant, there is no county match or anything. We've been awarded it the last 2 years, so we'll hope we can get it again. So our request is to be able to apply for that grant.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Ross to approve the resolution. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 2 is to consider contract ID 10827 for annual reaffirmation of temporary assistance for needy families, Colorado Works program, and authorize the chair to sign. Kyle.
Yes, so this is, we have to enter into an annual plan with the state to run our TANF program or our Colorado Works program every year. So we're just asking approval to enter into that program. It just outlines our responsibilities as the county to run the program.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10827.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10827. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3 is to consider contract ID 10828, intergovernmental grant agreement and award letter for Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act program, and authorize the chair to sign. Kyle.
Yes. So this is to provide funding for our local workforce area. So we just have to enter into this agreement so that we can get reimbursed for different funding or grant sources for our workforce center. So asking for approval to enter into the intergovernmental agreement.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10828.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10828. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 4 is to consider contract ID 10869, intergovernmental agreement for use of work mobile services unit for workforce deliverables to rural county communities, and authorize the chair to sign for High Plains Library District. Kyle.
Yes. So this is to enter into an agreement with High Plains Library to establish a rural workforce van. So this van could go throughout the community and provide workforce services. Maybe can't make it to our buildings because they're in rural areas or don't have transportation. So we are working with High Plains on this. So there is, we're splitting the cost with them for an employee to be on the van, but the cost of the county portion would all be paid through current grant funding through our workforce center. So.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, move to approve contract ID 10869.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10869. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 5 is to consider contract ID 10830 for use of the work number by TALX Corporation and Equifax verification services, and authorize the chair to sign. Kyle.
Yes, so this is an agreement. The state actually has an agreement with Equifax, or we call it the work number, which gives us the ability to pull data regarding people's employment or wage history, et cetera. So we don't have to request it for clients, or if they don't want to provide it to us, we can get it through the work number. So this agreement is to enter into an agreement with the state, so we're able to use the work number services.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10830.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10830. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 6 is to consider contract ID 10831, intergovernmental agreement for purchase of food preparation services for Friendly Fork Senior Nutrition Program, and authorize the chair to sign for the University of Northern Colorado. Kyle, please.
Yes, so the University of Northern Colorado provides our food for our AAA programs, so our Friendly Forks, our senior nutrition program. So we've had an agreement with them for several years. It just had a lot of amendments, so we starting fresh and cleaning it up with this new agreement. So it's our request would be able to enter this agreement so they can continue to provide food for those programs.
Questions for Kyle or a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10831.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10831. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 7 is to consider contract ID 10833, professional service agreement for on-site and virtual American Sign Language interpretation and translation services, and authorize the chair to sign for Deaf Communication Services, LLC.
Yes, so this one's just to enter into an agreement with the Deaf Communication Services so they could provide sign language or ASL translation services when we need them. We have other agreements, but we're trying to expand our reach so that we can always have someone available. So we're just asking to be able to enter into that agreement with them.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10833.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10833. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 8 is to consider contract ID 10834, professional service agreement for on-site and virtual American Sign Language interpretation and translation services. Authorize the chair to sign for 24-hour Sign Language Services, Inc. Kyle.
So similar to the one above, the 24-hour services is just another ASL translation service we can use. So just again, so we can broaden our scope. So if we need someone, we can get them available right away. So we're just asking to also enter into an agreement with them.
Questions for Kyle or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10834.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10834. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 9 is to consider contract ID 10842, notice of funding allocation, work plan for Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act jobs for Veteran State Grant Program, and authorize the chair, the Department of Human Services and Workforce Development Board to sign. Kyle.
So this is to submit a work plan for the Jobs of Veterans State Grant to support our operational and infrastructure. So we're just asking for approval for the notice of funding allocation.
Questions for Kyle or a motion? Commissioner Ross.
Just checking on Kyle. You need a bottle of water or anything? Up there.
I know, like, there's a lot of them.
You're doing
today.
great. You're doing great. Just checking on it.
Haven't
No.
tapped out with Jamie yet. She's here now.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the resolution.
I second it. I think you're doing a great job too.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the resolution. Further discussion. I do have a question. Kyle, how do you keep your beard so dark?
He's
I
young.
Called
God.
you.
Oh, he's young. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 10 is consider contract. Are you all done?
I'm done.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Get Doug up here who had trouble keeping his beard dark, so you shaved. Number 10 is to consider contract ID 10851, renewal number 1 to lease agreement for Community Corrections Facility at 1101 H Street, Greeley, and authorize the chair to sign for Intervention, Inc., DBA Intervention Community Correction Services. Good morning. Doug.
Doug Erler with the Justice Services Department. So pursuant to the original lease agreement that we have in place, the enclosed renewal is for the continued use of space of our community corrections facility for our approved vendor for the ongoing delivery of community correction services, which would go into effect July 1st. The renewal extends the lease for an additional 1-year term and adjusts the lease rate upward to $30,131 per month. County Attorney's Office has reviewed the agreement and has no objection to it. It just simply needs your approval to move forward.
Questions for Doug or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve contract ID 10851.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10851. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 11 is to consider contract ID 10859, amendment number 1 to master agreement for community correction services and authorize the chair to sign. Doug.
This contract amendment serves as notice from the state that one small section within the contract is being amended, specifically under Section 4. It's called reimbursement by client. Authorization is being added to allow the collection of subsistence fees from clients participating in our local community corrections program. Our department and the Community Corrections Board has reviewed and approved all the policies that have been put in place by our local program. The fee cannot exceed more than $8 per day. Everything is in very good order. It would go in effect on July 1st. County Attorney's Office and Finance have both reviewed and have no objections. It just needs your approval to move forward.
Questions for Doug or a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve contract 10859.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10859. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thanks,
Have a
Doug.
great day.
Thanks. Dave.
Thanks, Doug.
Number 12 is to consider contract ID 10866, amendment number 3 to task order contract for immunization core services program and authorize the chair to sign. Good morning, Director Chester.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jason Cheshire with the Health Department. It's grant renewal season. This renewal pertains to our core immunization program. Think childhood vaccines, school-required vaccines. This amendment would provide $89,469 for that program. I will note there is a federal match that we have been told is forthcoming. So assuming that the board approves this contract amendment, we will be back shortly with an additional amendment for the federal funding. This would maintain the program at current levels, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I would move to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve contract ID 10859. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Was that 10866?
Yeah.
Whatever it
You
takes.
said 10850.
10866. I think we voted yes.
Yes,
All right. Motion carries.
just to make sure.
I at least moved the right resolution.
Number 13 is to consider contract ID 10867, amendment number 5 to task order contract for syphilis field delivered therapy and jail-based sexually transmitted infection programs and authorize the chair to sign. Jason.
Thank you, sir. This sexually transmitted infection grant provides funding for one nurse to deliver field-based therapy particularly for syphilis. We do periodically provide that service for inmates in the jail. This would maintain the program at current levels, and I recommend that the board approve the program.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve contract ID 10867.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Buck to approve contract ID 10867. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 14 is consider contract ID 10868, amendment number 3 to task order contract for tuberculosis prevention and control programs, and authorize the chair to sign. Good morning, Jason.
Thank you, sir. This would continue our tuberculosis program at current levels. You all were probably aware of a tuberculosis patient that we had to deal with recently. And we are at this point continually dealing with at least a handful of patients in Weld County residents with active tuberculosis. So this funding is much appreciated. It's in the amount of $65,000. As I said, it would continue the program at current levels, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve contract ID 10868.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10868. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 15 is consider contract ID 10877, amendment number 2 to task order contract for retail food, childcare, and school inspection program, and authorize the chair to sign. Jason.
Thank you, sir. Last one for me. This is a contract renewal for retail food, childcare inspections, and school inspections. The state funds our program $79,000 for those inspections for the fiscal year starting July 1st. It's a longstanding program. It would remain at current levels, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve contract ID 10877.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10877. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thanks,
Thank
Jason.
you.
Thanks, Jason.
Number 16 is to consider contract ID 10864, grant application for 2026 Bridge Investment Program for Bridge 3417A Replacement Project, and authorize Department of Public Works to submit. Good morning.
Good morning. Denise Staley with Public Works. We're looking for approval for Public Works to submit a grant application to the Federal Highway Administration Bridge Investment Program. There's a bridge on County Road 34, approximately a third of a mile east of County Road 17. That was built in 1960 and is listed in poor condition. This grant would be monies for full replacement of that bridge. The project cost is about $20 million, just over $20 million. This grant request would be for about $16 million, or about 80% of it, with Weld County matching the additional 20%. And Weld County Public Works recommends approval for the grant submittal.
Questions for Denise or a motion?
Kevin is.
I got a comment first, Mr. Chair. Denise, I just want to say thank you. It's hard work putting together these grants. You and Evan have done an outstanding job on this. I know this is one of those things the board started challenging Pub Works with, right, a few years ago or whatnot. You've taken on the challenge, and I appreciate that, and appreciate you finding new opportunities to hopefully get additional revenues into the county and offset the expense of these things. With that, Mr. Chair, I'd move to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10864. Further discussion? I would echo the comments by Commissioner Ross. I further have a curiosity as to why both Curtis and Evan are wearing ties.
I was just going to say the same thing.
They are professional.
It's not for us, is it?
Later.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Denise. Under new business ordinances, number 1 is the final reading of Code Ordinance 2026-08 in the matter of repealing and reenacting with amendments, Chapter 3, Human Resources of the Weld County Code.
Mr. Chair, move to read by title only.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Ross to read by title only. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
Is Code Ordinance 2026-08 in the matter of repealing and reenacting with amendments, Chapter 3, Human Resources of the Weld County Code.
Commissioners, dual hats today. So this is the final reading of the singular word change to make Juneteenth no longer a floating holiday, but recognized on its established day, and I recommend approval.
Questions for Esther or no questions for Esther? This is a public hearing. Chair would like to open the meeting for comments from the public regarding the final reading of Code Ordinance 2026-08. Any public comments today? Seeing none, close public comments. Ask for a motion, please.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve on final reading Code Ordinance 2026-08.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Buck to approve contract.
Excuse me.
Approve
Code Ordinance.
Code Ordinance 2026-08. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Under new business planning, number 1 is to consider decommissioning plan and accept project collateral for use by special review permit USR 25-0018, Colorado State Land Board, care of Weld Energy Center LLC. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Commissioners. Angela Snyder, Department of Planning Services. For your acceptance, a surety bond and associated decommissioning plan for USR 25-0018 for the first BESS in Weld County. USR 25-0018 was conditionally approved by the board on December 17th, 2025. Condition of approval 5A states that the applicant shall submit an irrevocable standby letter of credit, bond, or alternative form of security in an amount sufficient to fund the estimated decommissioning and reclamation costs. The decommissioning plan submitted by the applicant has been reviewed and accepted by the Department of Planning Services. The decommissioning bond in the amount of $5,431,300 has been submitted by the applicant to address the decommissioning and reclamation of the facility. Staff recommends acceptance of the decommissioning plan and bond as these items comply with our code and will satisfy the condition of approval. The applicant is present, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Angela? Anything additional from the applicant? Just nod no. Chair would entertain a motion, please.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the decommissioning plan and accept the project collateral for use by special review permit USR 25-0018 for Colorado State Land Board and care of Weld Energy Center LLC.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Ross to approve the resolution. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 2 is consider vacation of VAC 26-0017 of use by special review permit USR 20-0017 for Ronald and Trina Urbis. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Molly Wright, Department of Planning Services. The Department of Planning Services recently received a request from the property owner to vacate use by special review USR 20-0017. USR 20-0017 was recorded on March 10th, 2021 for an oil and gas support and service facility, including a Class 2 saltwater disposal facility and related infrastructure. The property owner has applied for a lot line adjustment and is currently under review with the Weld County Department of Planning Services. The Department of Planning Services is recommending approval of this vacation.
Questions for Molly or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I would make a motion that we approve the vacation VAC 26-0017.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Ross to approve the resolution. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3 is to consider request to extend time to record map for use by special review permit USR 25-0019 for 70 Ranch LLC. Angela.
Angela Snyder, Department of Planning Services. USR 2519 was conditionally approved by the board on January 28th, 2026 for a sand and gravel mine on property owned by 70 Ranch. On May 11th, the applicant's representatives, Kyle Regan, submitted a request to extend the deadline for recording the final site plan map to December 31st, 2026. The applicant is present and can explain the request, but staff does understand that completing the conditions can take some time, especially when we're dealing with CDOT access configurations. So staff is in support of the continuation request.
Anyone have questions of Angela or perhaps the applicant? None? Chair to entertain a motion, please.
Mr. Chair, I'd move to approve the request to extend the time to record the map for use by special review permit USR 25-0019 for 70 Ranch LLC.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the resolution. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Angela. Up next, public comment. Each individual speaker is allowed a 3-minute period of time in which to direct comments to the board. Chair shall enforce the rules of order and decorum and will not accept comments regarding matters which are scheduled to be considered at a future public hearing, such as a land use hearing. In that event, the speaker will be asked to give their testimony at the appropriate public hearing, either in person or in writing, pursuant to the rules set forth in Section 2120E of the Weld County Code. Comments from the public this morning? Seeing none, we'll stand adjourned. Be back for land use at 10 o'clock.